in the, not the fall, but a year from now, I will do my survey of African American political philosophy, and if any one or two of you or more are really interested in learning more substantially about Booker T. Washington, come and study with me. I know that I said come and study with me. This is a lecture class. That course is a study course where sometimes we spend a whole class session worrying about one paragraph. But that's study. All right. Any questions on Washington before I turn to the door? Anything that caught your fancy, especially that you found particularly compelling, or on the obverse, or in the obverse, bothersome, troublesome regarding what he has to say? Yes, Mr. Amish.
What was he doing for a living?
What's that?
What is his job?
Remember I told you he founded the Tuskegee Institute, so he became the president of that institute. It's like it's a university. It existed as Tuskegee University. And he modeled it, Tuskegee after Hampton, in which individuals were developed by in hand, heart, and in the head. So in other words, taught individuals agricultural skills. He taught female students skills in what was known for a long time as home economics. And he did teach also the liberal arts, but the liberal arts did not trump the instruction that he offered in regard to agriculture and home economics. And again, I'm using home economics very loosely. Yes, Mr. Johnson.
Is it wrong to look at the way he handles himself through all of this by being accused of the indiscriminate flattery, but it appears more as like he's just kind of biding time and saying we don't have to like go at it with a hammer against us, just bide our time, things will change, and we'll start to actually be able to live together. I mean, is that kind of his...
You saw him. But many of his critics at the time, of course, and you will see, I mentioned where he trod him someplace, they just saw him as groveling. The Will Benson example, the Will Benson case, for example, where he was viewed as destroying an opportunity structure for a young black man who could have been a competitor. So that rather than doing what he professed, that is to say, laying as broad as possible this foundation through generational sacrifice for the transgenerational uplift of the race, that in many ways that he was just one self-serving individual who used a language which had attractiveness about it, but in reality was very costly to black people. Of course, Washington, of course, you know what Washington would, how he would rejoin to that.
Why did he not support Benson or say anything? Did he ever give a reason?
I can't tell you because, you see, I'm working it from, it is recounted now by W.E.B. Du Bois, just as Washington recounts the story of the black mother and her son. But most believe that he saw Benson as a potential competitor in regard to influence. And Washington is not all that old when he dies, because he's 56, right? 56, that's 34, and 15, right? 34, 56, that's 34, no, 44, 44 and 15, he's only 59. So he's quite young. And Benson, so if you look at the turn of the century, he would have been 44, but this is the presidency of Theodore Roosevelt, so if you count it at about, say, 05, thereabouts, he's coming up to 50. And Benson is in his, as best we can discern, late 20s, early 30s. So sort of upstart, and let him cool his heels, but look what happened to him. Anything, any other comment? Any other comment, observation? Anything? Let me turn then to the ball.